In response to senior Democrat senators currently pushing for the prohibition of Philippine politicians and vested interests responsible for Senator Leila de Lima's detention into entering the United States, presidential mouthpiece Salvador Panelo insists the Philippine senator's incarceration underwent due process and is absolutely legitimate. PTV correspondent Naomi Tiburcio on a more expansive presidential spokesman seeking to offset the bad propaganda the Philippine government continues to get internationally on Senator Leila de Lima's detention in this report.
The United States can criticize, but they cannot accuse nor interfere with the Philippines' judicial process. So says presidential spokesperson Salvador Panelo on the accusation of U.S. Senator Dick Durbin and Senator Patrick Leahy on the alleged wrongful imprisonment of Senator Leila de Lima. On the recently approved amendment at the Committee on Appropriations authored by the two senators, Philippine officials behind de Lima's politically motivated imprisonment are set to be barred from entering the U.S. De Lima is currently detained at the Philippine National Police Custodial Center at Camp Crame since 2017 for alleged involvement on the illegal drugs affairs while she served as the Justice Secretary.
Those assumptions do not exist. In other words, he was speaking from blissful ignorance, as I said in my statement.
Secretary Panelo says Senator Leahy is uneducated on the country's procedural rules on people who are charged with the commission of a crime. De Lima's case went through the right process. Suffice to say, she was detained legally. The presidential spokesperson says the senator's accusation reflect the influence of the government's critics.
The record will speak to us that every step of the way, the Senator de Lima was given all her rights. Due process was strictly observed. She was afforded the right to preliminary investigation. She submitted countervailing evidence. The prosecutor found probable cause. That's why she was formally charged.
Secretary Panelo says U.S. aids and grants to the country is not a free ticket to interfere with the country.
And apparently, he's telling us that every grant that the U.S. gives to another country is conditioned on that they have the right to intrude into the affairs.
Senator Leahy has earlier refuted this claim, but Panelo says no more aids and grants from U.S. involving conditions of interference to continue upholding the country's sovereignty. Naomi Tiburcio, for the Nation.
Beyond the headlines,
it's news with a different perspective.
Before the day ends,
for events that shape our views and impacts the world around us,
we keep you up to speed.
With Richmond Cruz and Charms Espina, PTV News Headlines, your comprehensive nightly news source, only here.